Today, I have the latest budget IEM from Twistura. An IEM that doesn't really impress at first glance, but the more you listen to it, the more it starts to grow on you. This IEM was loaned to me by Twistura, so big thanks to them for the opportunity to review this IEM. Everything I'm about to share is based on my own experience and honest thoughts after using it for a while. Let's start with the unboxing and accessories. We're out of the box. It's pretty straightforward where you get the IEMs, a set of silicone ear tips, a 2-pin cable with a mic, and a small pouch. Nothing really stands out here. In fact, this is probably the weakest part of the package. The cable feels okay. It is usable but nothing special. As for the ear tips, I didn't use the black ones, instead the transparent tips that came pre-installed, which is actually pretty good. They seal well and stay in place, but the issue is you only get one pair. Personally, I feel like a larger size would have given me a better seal, so I wish they just replaced the other tips and gave multiple sizes of that TRNT style tips instead. The pouch is simple where it is made of fabric where it provides scratch protection, but don't expect drop resistance. It feels quite similar to the pouch included in the Tanch Gym Bunny. So overall, accessories are functional but definitely not the highlight of this IM. So moving on to the build and comfort where things start to get better. The shells are made of electroplated zinc alloy metal, so it feels solid in hand without being too heavy. It has this glossy finish that looks really clean and reflects light nicely, but it's a fingerprint magnet, so you'll only notice it under direct light. But in normal use, it's not that big of a deal. Size-wise, it's actually quite compact, where it leans towards the average size for the price. So if you have smaller ears, then this will probably fit you well. The weight is also balanced where it's not too heavy that it becomes tiring but not too light that it feels cheap. The ear hooks on the cable mold well to my ears, and once I have it on, I don't really feel it. So combined with the stock tips and the ear hooks, it's a decent IEM to wear for long sessions. So talking about the sound, the bass here is clean and controlled. It leans toward the mid bass, so kick drums sound punchy and quick without being bloated. It doesn't try to overpower the mix, which I actually appreciate. Sub bass is subtle, it's there, it gives you that sense of depth and rumble, but it doesn't dominate the bass. So overall, it's a fun, punchy, but controlled bass. For the mid-range, this is where the Delta does really shine. Vocals are forward enough to stand out, but they don't cross into the shouty territory. Male vocals have good body and weight, making them sound full and natural. Female vocals are clear and slightly bright, but they still maintain that lushness that makes them enjoyable and engaging. It's not super analytical, but it's very musical and easy to listen to. For the treble, this is where things get a bit more interesting. There's good clarity and detail here, sense of openness and airiness, which gives the sound a bit more space. But it does get a bit spicy, where it's right at that edge where it can become slightly harsh depending on the music or your volume. For me, it's mostly enjoyable, that adds energy, but if you're sensitive to treble, this is something to take note of. Now for the technical performance. For this price, it's pretty good. The soundstage is slightly above average, where it's not expansive but it doesn't feel cramped either. It sits somewhere in the middle. Imaging is good, where you can clearly tell where sounds are coming from. I even tested this in games like Valorant and CS, where it performs well for positioning. It is easy to determine the distance of your enemy, so you could estimate when you will swing to surprise them. Separation is handled nicely, where instruments don't blend into each other. For example, in Sigurado by UDD, you can clearly pick out the drumsticks on the right, the kick drums in the center, and the hi-hats on the left. It's clean and very easy to distinguish. Sibilance, where it's not harsh for me but it's definitely present, and if you increase the volume, it becomes more noticeable. So here's the thing, the Twistura Delta isn't trying to impress you with its crazy tuning or premium accessories. Instead, it shows its strength in technicalities and cleanliness that can be used for both music or gaming. But if you care a lot about accessories or you're very sensitive to treble, then this IM might not be for you. So thank you for watching my video on the Twistura Delta. And if you want more reviews like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!